Okay, hi. I'm back. I, I'm literally back. I just got back from dropping Dennis off at work, and I stopped off at the Long's drugstore because I needed. Oh, what is this called? Guaifenesin? Come on in, focus you. There you go. So I got some of that. I'm going to take that today. Oh, my silverware thing. What do you mean? I didn't see. I got video. I got text message coming in. I am not quite myself today and had a rough night. If it wasn't my hip now, a few days ago I was cleaning out my car and I stretched really hard, and ever since then my left hip and the muscle that goes up towards your waist has been so painful, and I've been taking way too many ibuprofen and stuff. I got these to suck on because they're just as good as, to me, the do you remember the little red hard candy kind of cough drops? And it really didn't have menthol in it or anything. It was just little cherry hard candy, and all of us oldies, that's what we used to get to suck on when we had a cough. Okay, so yeah, it's my hip, it's my congestion in my lungs, and I'm keeping you up above here because I don't want to scare any of the children. I'm running around without a boulder holder today because I wasn't feeling very great. And so yeah, I did the evasion thing when I went into the all you women that have well endowed, you'll know what I'm talking about when you do the purse in front of your bosom kind of thing. And then as soon as I got a shopping cart, I kind of crouched down, so the shopping cart was kind of hiding. I might have the biggest boobies on YouTube. I'm not sure, and I never really want to show anybody. And they're all real, of course. I stopped and got a extra hot. I hope it's still extra hot. I've been taking my sweet time, as we say over here, getting myself back into the house. Oh, it's still hot, and it's kind of watered down, but it'll do. And got myself a scone. And also, when I was at Long's, they had these on sale. These are so good. Do you remember I was talking about that really super light cheesecake? It's from Korea. They make it so like a chiffon cake, and it's so light and fluffy. This is called Maple Baked Wheat Cake. Pastry roll, soft and pleasantly sweet bread, each baked with the natural goodness of brown rice yeast. So that's what's different about this. And this is made in Japan, okay? So Japan and Korea, I guess, make similar. Now, for those of you that are like my husband, don't eat these because carbs is 38. Anyhow, this one is maple flavored, and I've had the ones that are chocolate flavored. And these were on sale, and they're usually expensive. Now, I didn't recall that in the past that they had put one of these. This must be to absorb moisture. How strange. Anyhow, this is maple flavor, and let me open it for you. See what it looks like. Okay. And I guess that you can kind of, up here you see striations, and it looks like you can break it off just in small little slices like that. Isn't that cool? Let's taste it. I've never tasted the maple. Mm. Now, both the Korea cheesecake and these little breads, they're the one thing about Asian pastries, they're very, very understated. Any amount of sugar, any amount of flavorings, very understated. So, those of you that don't like really sweet things, you'll like it a lot. Mm. Okay, so too bad you guys weren't here and you could help me eat it, because this is really not sweet much at all. Let's see if this blueberry scone that I picked up when I got my coffee, if it's a little sweeter. Oh boy, it looks like it's very dry. Okay, so I'm sorry that I haven't been with you this week. It's dry. It seems like I don't even know where my days have flown to. We were getting Dennis off to his first visit with his civilian doctor since going on Medicare, sorry. And that seemed to go pretty well. I had to get my nails done the other day and I got them purple. My nail tech guy, he picked out the color for me. These are my natural nails. I don't have sculptured. But he had to put a little tip on this one because that fingernail is still cracking upwards towards the pink part. So anyhow, I don't know where my day's gone. We did have a couple of Alberta and me days, and I've come up with a new idea. It's kind of on the funny side, and I might be opening a new channel. Is it okay if I take my hat off? I put my hair up in a ponytail this morning. How's everybody been? Soon Nicole should have her, I think her scheduled delivery was June 5th or something. I'd have to look that back up because my brain is like a strainer when you pour the spaghetti in the hot water through. I was tempted to do a mukbang to get a plate of spaghetti from Zippy's. I thought, nah. One of these days we got to do a mukbang. So anyhow, I don't want to spill the beans about my new channel that I might be starting. But if I do start it, I think it's going to be a huge success because it's so different from just me just being here at the house or with you just doing kind of family stuff, right? So anyhow, might think about that. It will be drastically different, and I think it would be a lot of fun in a strange sort of way. But anyhow, I'm kicking that idea around. And let's see, what else is going on? Yeah, I was telling you Dennis had a good appointment with his civilian doctor. And then he went to have his blood drawn, and she accidentally had put his birth month in for August instead of September. So that kind of messed up the lab work. This is supposed to be a caramel macchiato. If I ordered it again, I'd have to have an extra shot of espresso put in there. And cheers to you, my dears. So, anyhow, today I'm going to be working this afternoon. I don't know, maybe you'd like to see it. If I upload this real quick, you can leave your comments and then we'll see if I make another video this afternoon. This afternoon, I'm going to start the work on the ribs. Now, these are spare ribs. I'm going to be taking them on Saturday to a party that's in celebration of all of our friendships that were made there at Sears and over the years, and kind of a bye-bye party for Sears since it's totally shut down now. Sad, very sad. Anyhow, I'm going to be taking some of this medicine. I know I don't sound congested. I felt fine yesterday. Well, tired because I had been, awake up and down all night long. But I wasn't feeling congested in my lungs, and the wheezing was way up here in my trachea. And I've been told before when I had chronic bronchitis that every now and then that wheezing, excuse me, will just be, it's nothing to be concerned about when you get the wheezing in your trachea for the most part. Well, in my situation at least, they said for the most part it's what they call more of a topical problem. It's like I've had topical phlebitis on my legs, and it's not like the deep thrombosis kind of blood clots deep down in your legs. It's just on the tippy top part, and they said don't worry about that, that's minor. So anyhow, Dennis was using this stuff recently. Now, how often do you use this? It says now I drink a lot of water, and that's supposed to make it easy to bring up to 6 doses in any 24-hour period. So that's every 4 hours. Yeah. Measure only with the dosing cup provided. Okay, so let's get some of this in me. I want to hopefully get the stuff up out of my lungs during the daytime and then stop taking it in the early evening so that I can have sleep at night. And then in the morning take it again. So, that Mucilex or something, it's a very strong expectorant. And one time I took it, and it was supposed to be a dose that lasted a long time, and it made me feel real panicky for some reason. I don't know how to describe it, but I didn't have a good reaction to it. Oh, excuse me. And so I had to just tough it out. But it made my pulse race, and it was just not good. So 20 milliliters here. You can be my nurse here. We'll pretend you just gave that to me. And I'm okay. I'm taking it, nurse. Oh, man. Well, it's got no alcohol, so it doesn't have that burn that it used to have. Maximum strength, non-drowsy. I need to do that thing somebody recently told about. Now I gotta wash it out with some water. That you can keep flies away. A fly snuck in somehow, and it's so annoying. That you can keep flies away if you put a Ziploc bag half filled with water and 2 pennies in there, and then put it up close by where your windows or your doors are, and it scares the flies. Isn't that funny? And they say it works really well. Do you even mind if I eat while we talk? Back to the ribs. So, my contribution to the potluck, I'm going to treat them all to barbecue spare ribs. So I'm going to lay out, I've already wiped and I'll re-sanitize again before I do it. You know me, and germs, right? And of course I'll be using my latex gloves. But I'm going to lay out the racks of spare ribs here. First, you lightly massage them with a little bit of mustard on both sides. Now, I know this sounds weird. It sounds weird as heck. But Dennis and I had heard it from a good chef on TV. And since he's really good at what he does, and he does barbecue, we thought, why not give it a try? So about maybe sometime last year, we tried it. It is amazing. So you just take yellow mustard and a little bit and just rub it all over your spare ribs. And then you proceed with your dry rub. Now, I've shown you that dry rub that I like. It's the Montreal, or maybe it's not Montreal, but anyhow, it's the dry rub that says bourbon and brown sugar. I know it doesn't have bourbon in it, but bourbon flavor maybe? Elle's wondering, can I have a bite too? You know, Elle, I'm going to give you this bite, but then I want you to go and let Mommy talk to the friends, okay? Go there. She has put on 2 pounds since her surgery. And when she had her checkup the other day, the doctor says, don't let her get 2 more pounds on her. She's perfect as she is. So then once you rub the mustard on the ribs, and you sprinkle liberally the dry rub, wrap them with plastic wrap real well. Put them in the fridge and let them stay. Now, the party's not till Saturday, but to make all of these steps easier on me, I'm going to start like this afternoon, which is Thursday afternoon, and they can have that dry rub all through Thursday night, and then tomorrow on Friday, sometime during the day, I'll do the steaming, and then we're going to steam them. Remember how I told you you sit them up on end and you curve them around on the rack and you put the water and the, what's it called? Liquid smoke. Liquid smoke in the water, and then you pressure cook them for about 20-25 minutes. Not too long. It doesn't take long at all, and they're very tender. So then we're going to take those out. Now I'm going to work on 4 big racks. I've got probably almost 15 pounds of ribs. They were on sale for $1.38 and a pound. Can't beat that with a stick. So anyhow, Elle's eating all of her scone. So then tomorrow we'll do the pressure cooking, and after it cools off, I'll brush on my favorite barbecue sauce. Well, first of all, I'm going to cut them into portion-sized pieces. Then I'll brush all the barbecue sauce. Then I'll put them in packages, heavy-duty foil packages that I create. And then I'll put them back in the fridge. And then on Saturday, I can bake off the rest of when you open it up and put it at 350 for about 10 minutes. Now, they're going to be cold, so I'm going to have to bring them up slowly. I might set them out for about 20 minutes on the counter to come to room temperature. And then put them in the toaster oven. Well, I got that big toaster oven with the French doors. But I hate to say toaster oven because people that don't have a history with me, they think of a tiny little toaster oven. This is a ginormous. You can fit 2 big pizzas in there at the same time. It's cut. You could definitely do a good sized turkey in there. Anyhow, then we'll bake them off with the barbecue sauce. And when I go on Saturday at 5 o'clock to the party, hopefully it'll be a wonderful surprise to everybody. We always have all of our local stuff, right? We have like shoyu chicken, or people bring maybe stew or curry or chili or things like that. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun for a change to have like some Texas-style barbecue ribs? I know the Texans are just like, oh, don't call this Texas style. But that's kind of how we think about it over here whenever you use a tomato-based kind of barbecue sauce and not shoyu, soy sauce. So it's not going to have the oriental flavorings, the garlic and the ginger that teriyaki would have, right? So it'll be something very different. And this way of cooking makes that meat so tender and so yummy. It's just amazing. So anyhow, what else have we been doing? Been resting a lot. It's hot as Hades here. It's going to be a horrible, horrible summer. If I was in the mainland and I had a van, I would jump in the van and say to Dennis, bye. Try not to sweat too much. I'm heading out to cooler weather. Are scones supposed to be this dry? Are you supposed to put butter on them? You know, if I had some softened butter, I'd probably put some butter on them. Anyhow. Okay. So, I'm going to do those ribs. And tonight I think we're going to have burritos. Oh, 22 minutes. I better say goodbye. If you'd like to watch me rub down the ribs with mustard and put their dry rub on and package them up to go in the fridge, if you'd like to see that later this afternoon, leave a message below in the comment section. Sorry that we just kind of had a talk story over a cup of coffee. You're sitting here with me at my living room kitchen table. I cleared all the appliances off because I know I'm going to have this table just full of pork ribs. I noticed they didn't have that membrane on the back, so I don't have to trim that. But you know, I like to get as much fat trimmed off as possible because there's plenty of marbling in the meat. That's a nice thing about cooking your spare ribs this way, is because when you're doing them in the Instapot, that gives them not only the time to get pressure cooked so that they're tender, but it also gives them an ample time to release a lot of their fat. So the water that's below will contain a huge amount of grease that does not have to go in your stomach anymore. And that is awesome. No, one time I had barbecue that was so greasy it made my stomach sick. So this, cooking this way, your ribs won't do that. Anyhow, you know me, I hate to hang up. But I'm going to go get a big glass of water. Since I had my medicine, I need to give lots and lots of water. I'll probably drink 2 or 3 quarts of water today. And yeah, let me know if you'd like to watch me do the ribs. If so, I'll just set this up and aim it probably pretty much down at my hands, not my face. And you can watch me do the ribs, setting them up. So I'll be doing that later this afternoon, of course. Later this afternoon, Hawaiian time equals your nighttime over there, yeah? Big shout out before I close down. Big shout out to all of you people who are in the areas that are getting flooded. We need to all pray for these people and send them all your good wishes, send all your good vibes and everything, because man, I haven't even seen the news that much, and I still saw, like on Facebook, flooded out interstate, flooded out roads, flooded out states. Iowa's hit. I think Missouri's hit. Montana, North or South Dakota. I'm not really sure, but you guys in the mainland, you'll know for sure where it is that's flooded. So send in prayers, not just that they survive the initial thing, but sending prayers that through some miracle that either the crops will be able to bounce back miraculously and grow, or that somehow maybe the government can help by subsidizing some sort of relief for these farmers. What a mess. So anyway, you all stay safe wherever you are. If you're in Missouri, or like my friend Go Granny Joe Sparks, she's an RVer. She would say Missouri. I hear her when she's talking about her home. But I, of course, am a gringo, or whatever they call people that are not from the mainland. No, it wouldn't be gringo. That's something out of an old movie. I think that's what, when you go to Mexico, that's what they call us, yeah? Or, I don't know. I have to look it up after I shut this down. I'll look it up. I'm sorry. Erase. But I'm not going to edit it out, you know. Hey, I'm pretty smart, but I don't know everything. But I look things up when I don't know them, and that's how I get smart. Okay, so I'll look that up. But yeah, I don't know all the pronunciations specifically of the different states perfectly. I know for sure you don't say Illinois. You say Illinois. Something like that. And I'm going to say bye because I'm just being stupid now. Can I blame it on the medicine? Probably not. I love you guys. Please love me even though I'm acting wackadoodle today. Because I love you. Even if you were acting wackadoodle, I'd love you. Anyhow, love you guys so much. And I'm sorry I was gone. And thank you so much for all of you that missed me. And I will look at the comments and see if you want to watch the spare rib rub. Okay, love you guys. Bye.